Good morning. It is Wednesday and I'm back in the office, feeling pretty good today, feeling not as crampy, not as sore, not as bleh. Very thankful for that. Still have my lovely mattress. I am on my heating pad because I do get a little cramp every once in a while, but I'm trying to remain like sitting back rather than leaning forward, but feeling pretty good today. My energy levels are actually pretty high. I'm drinking I guess it's called like a positive energy tea where it's supposed to make you like happy and energized at the same time. So apparently it's working because I'm feeling both happy and energized. But I just wanted to check in as far as symptoms go and how I'm feeling today. I am feeling pretty good. I don't think I told you the timeline, but next week I do have blood work scheduled for the progesterone check, just to make sure that the levels are where they would want them if I am to conceive this month. And if not, they do a progesterone suppository, but last time they looked fine, so I didn't have to do that. So I'm hoping I won't have to do it again. And then at the end of the month, whenever I will find out if IUI number 2 worked or not. But I hope you're having a lovely day. Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, whenever you're watching this, and I'll check in with you later. Good evening. It is officially past my bedtime, but I haven't done my evening tests yet, so I wanted to do that quickly with you while I get unready from the day. So before we left, it was 5 o'clock whenever I took my last test, and that is this one right here. As you can see, my test line is still really dark, so I'm waiting for it to get thinner and lighter, but it is not. And then as far as my trigger goes, 5 o'clock whenever I took this one, but I don't know if it was more concentrated enough as it needed to be, because this one is the lightest test I've gotten. But you can see the test all the way from the day I took it. They've been pretty consistent with the lines. I think I just didn't have the pee as concentrated as it should have been. It is 11:30 now, and I usually take it at the evening, the tests in the evening, and already I can tell that the line, the test line, darker than the control line on my ovulation test. So that is staying pretty high. And then also, it hasn't even been like a minute yet, but you can see maybe the line coming in on the pregnancy test. Definitely still there. We are only, gosh, like 3 days post trigger, 2 days post IUI. So we are still very much in the beginning stages here. I didn't see the line last time disappear, I think until like day 12. So it was out of my system at 12 days past trigger, or 12 days past IUI, which would have been 13 days past trigger. So it tends to linger apparently in my system, but that's okay because I kind of have a rough estimate as to what to expect at least. I will show you whenever the test is done running. It'll probably be after I get out of the shower, to be honest with you, because I need to I'll show you what they look like after setting for a little while. So it is still reading as a high at 1.45. So I don't know if it's the trigger in my system or what, but it is staying like really high. Pregnancy test is showing up well. Down here you can see it's showing up a little bit more than my midday, and so I am anticipating to see this until probably like 10 days after IUI. So I'm on my way to acupuncture. This is my second appointment, but at a different facility. The first one that I went to, I think I told you they wanted like $2,500, and so I was like, I'm not doing that. I found a different one that's actually on my side of town, not so far into Orlando. I'm gonna go see what this one's all about. Hopefully they'll have better rates and be able to work with me a little bit better, and I don't know, we'll see where we go from here. I've just heard a lot of good things about acupuncture, and I've just been kind of like drawn to acupuncture for some reason. I can't really explain it. I just keep going to like try acupuncture. So I'm listening, whether it be to God or my intuition, I don't know. I am listening, and I'm trying to find a doctor that suits my needs with what I'm trying to do and is also not so crazy expensive. So yeah, I'll be there soon and hopefully we'll have good news. Well, I think I found my acupuncturist. She was so incredibly sweet, so incredibly just like, I don't know, she just felt so right, if that makes any sense. And I told her, you know, my history and like what Manny and I are trying to do and how we're in our 2-week wait right now. And I love her thought process that she was like, okay, you've got some scar tissue, we can definitely work on that. And like, I don't know, it just felt really natural. I felt like I had known her for a while. She had a very calming, peaceful like presence. So definitely think I found my acupuncturist. I'm so excited. I forgot to submit the online form to see if my insurance will cover anything, but it's fine. If it doesn't, I am willing to pay her prices because they're not anywhere near what that other one was trying to charge me. So I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm so thankful that I kept like trying to pursue acupuncture, and I just feel really positive about it. Yeah, we will see where it goes from here. But as of right now, I have my next appointment next week. And then I told her we will know at the end of the month if this round worked or not for IUI. And then depending on if it worked or not, that will determine the next like steps of our treatment. But for right now, she is just treating very uplifting and like energy going up is how she described it, and wanting to be very nurturing and not really aggressive. Sometimes acupuncture treatments, you know, or physical therapy treatments, they can be a bit more aggressive, but we're doing very light, very nurturing, very, you know, cozy, and trying to be as warm and inviting, baby friendly as possible so that we can provide a happy, healthy environment for little Eggie to stick around and little baby to be there. So I'm really excited. I feel like this is a great journey that I just started with this amazing acupuncturist, and I'm just so grateful. So yay! This is what I wanted. This is the feeling that I was looking for, and I'm so happy I found it. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, I'm so happy. It has been a full day since I've updated the vlog. Today is Saturday, and as you can see, I am still in bed. I'm having a lot of cervical pressure and like weird like lightning feelings. Like I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I had this last time, and I think the doctor or the nurses told me that it was probably my cervix healing from all the different shots that I had to get put in, because they do shots, you know, all the way around the cervix to numb it completely. So I think it's just trying to heal, but nonetheless I am very sore. Like when my bladder fills up and puts any kind of pressure, it hurts so bad. Like it just feels like so much pressure, and it feels like, I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like lightning. Like every once in a while it'll just be like a shoot of pain like down my cervix. I don't know how to describe it, but I've been taking it easy, just kind of relaxing. Manny's actually working on getting our living room back together, which I'm so thankful for. We are supposed to get our mattress delivered today, and the other mattress that's been just hanging out in my office taken. And I think the tall boy's gonna go in the office so that we have like a little bit more storage in the office. So we're just kind of like doing home stuff today. Well, I'm not really doing home stuff. Manny told me like, as long as you can point and tell me what to do, like you're helping. So I'm just trying to relax, take it easy, obviously stay in bed as much as possible and not put any unnecessary pressure on that area. We went out to dinner last night, and I was sitting in the booth, and sitting up straight, I don't know how, like just sitting at like a 90-degree angle almost hurts so bad. So bad. So I had to like slouch in the booth, but like my back was then killing me. So I was just like, I'm just so uncomfortable right now. Like we just need to eat and go. So we ended up just bringing the majority of the food home with us. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna be today. Just hanging out in my beautiful bed and eventually getting the new mattress. Don't know how heavy it's gonna be actually. I didn't think about that. Babe, how are we gonna get the mattress on the bed? Okay, Manny's gonna figure it out. But we'll get our new mattress today and finally get the one in the office out. Finally. This is what Manny's been doing pretty much all day. Just trying to get like this side of our house back in order. Slowly but surely, we're trying to make it work. Well, Manny's trying to make it work. And right now, he's actually loading up the car because all the stuff in the hallway is going to Goodwill. And then later, whenever we get the king mattress, we're gonna put these slats that came with my bed frame underneath the bed just in case we ever need them. We probably won't end up using them ever, but it's good to just have them as a backup because they did come with the bed frame, but we bought the platform bed thing, like the one that like lifts the head up. So we probably won't end up using it, but just in case, just to have them. It is time. We are finally getting rid of this mattress. Nothing is wrong with it. It just is plush. Like it's too much. What is it called, babe? What is it? It's not microfiber. What is the bed called? I don't know. It's that fluff stuff. It's just too soft. We got King delivered. This is our new mattress, and they took the queen. We had it up against the pictures. They took the queen, no problem, and gave us the king. I'm so excited. It's a 14-inch plush Eurotop mattress. So comfortable. I can't wait. I have like an, okay, that's good. There you go, there you go, there you go. That's good. That's perfect, actually. Great, let's see. Oh, it's springy.
I noticed that. Oh, I can fall on my bed.
What do we think? Do we love it?
I'll take a nap, let you know in about 30.
It's actually been a pretty productive day. I thought we were gonna be, well, I thought I was at least gonna be very chill and not doing anything. I ended up helping Manny a little bit, not a lot of it, just a little bit, trying to get things back in order. But so far, we've got the dining area looking much more like a dining area. This is the box that our bed frame came in, so we have to tear it down and get it in the recycle. This is all still stuff that we have to go through from the dresser, side tables, things like that, that need to just be gone through, honestly. We don't know what we're keeping, what we're giving away, what we're selling yet. And then over here, we did end up bringing in, this is actually the headboard box that it came in. It's huge. We brought it inside from the garage to go ahead and tear it down, but the recycle is full, so we can't do that yet. We ended up putting the old mattress in the mattress cover thing, plastic sleeve, so that the next person buys it, it won't be gross from like sliding it on the floor and stuff. And then these are the two dresser and side table, bedside tables that I put on Facebook as well to sell, and I have somebody coming over tomorrow morning to check them out. So all in all, a pretty productive day, and best part is I don't have a mattress behind me in my office now, but I do have a chest of drawers. This is actually going to be right here instead of this little, whatever this is. I don't know. It was in my office whenever I worked in an office space, like actual physical office. I just kept it here because I liked displaying my pictures, but this also is going to potentially be the nursery. And so I wanted to keep this, one, for extra storage, and two, we don't have like any real drawers in this space. So this will be good to have something to put like clothes or extra stuff in, whatever the room turns out to be. So that's kind of like one more thing that we're gonna be getting rid of, but I think I'm probably just gonna, I don't know, give that to a friend or something and not try to sell it. But so far, so good. I feel like today was actually way more productive than I was anticipating it to be, which is pretty good, right?
It was a slow day for me.
Oh, I didn't ever show you my tests from earlier. So I have been testing out my trigger, if you know. Okay, so earlier I took it around 10 o'clock and it was a 0.83, and this is the ovulation test, and that's what the line looks like. Here, let me just zoom in a little bit. And then this one is from, it looks like 4:30, and it was reading at a 0.62, so definitely getting lighter, not as thick and crazy. This, I think, is, yeah, when I took my triggers. So these last, like these three right here, like super dark, and then it stays pretty dark, and then now it's finally fading out. I think that the trigger is finally fading. As far as my pregnancy tests go, I triggered on 7/14. This is right after I triggered, but then you can see it gets like super positive a day later. Then it stays pretty thick positive, and then you come all the way down to today. It kind of faded out a little bit here, but you can definitely still see it. So I am gonna continue to test. Last time I tested it out, it ended up taking, I think, 12 days past for it to finally be out of my system. So I'm anticipating a similar timeline, 12 days, maybe 10 days, but I'm not gonna be using first response until I think at least 6 days before my missed period. I don't wanna take it too soon, and because I haven't been using it to test out my trigger, it's probably gonna give me a false positive if I test too soon. So trying to take all that in consideration, not test too soon, but also test out the trigger, can get a little crazy. Good morning. It is Monday and it is progesterone blood work day. I think we're almost done with this trigger, so the real testing is about to begin very soon, but let me show you. Okay, so this is the test that I just took, and I don't know if the camera is going to be able to see it, but there is barely a line on this one. I don't think the camera is going to be able to pick it up, but there's like just barely a line on this one. And let me show you in comparison. Oh, there you go. If I zoom in, you can see it. See, there's like, I mean, the shadow of a line there. But this has kind of been how it's been for the last couple of days. I do test morning, evening, sometimes afternoon, so it can be a lot of tests, but yeah, you can see the tests start to fade out. So look, I'll do it this way. So this is days past IUI. So this is the day we have the IUI, 1 day past IUI, 2 days past IUI, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Yesterday was 6 days. I didn't realize I took 4 tests yesterday. And then this is 7 days past IUI. It's been a full week, and that is what my line is looking like. It's literally like a shadow, but I don't want to start taking my other ones too early, because last cycle I started taking the first response at 7 days past IUI. I was still getting a pretty good positive from that one, and even at 8 and then 9 DPI, which is like the days past IUI. The morning you couldn't really see, but then the second morning it came back a little bit stronger, and I got a little bit of hope from this one. But then at 10 it clearly faded, and at 11, I mean, it was pretty much gone. And this is 12 and 13. So I don't know. I don't want to test too early because I feel like the trigger is probably still in my system for the first response at 7 days past IUI, which would be 8 days past trigger. I just don't want to give myself any like false hope. Like the last time, whenever my day 9, I took my day 9 and then I took my day 9 again, and it looked like it got darker, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's getting darker. That means that there's real HCG in my system, but there really wasn't. It was just the trigger leaving. So I don't want to get excited again. But anyway, I'm going to quickly get dressed, head up there because we've got blood work to do. I am still very crampy. Oh, hold on, let me get these girls inside. I just let them out to go potty. Come on. Your paws are wet. Come here. That's a good sit, Drippa. You're a good baby. All right, go ahead. Oh, in other news, look at my living room. I have my living room back. I'm so happy. So the living room has everything taken out of it that it was crazy looking. My hallway finally doesn't have a mattress in it. Somebody came yesterday and got it. The office still needs to do a little bit of work, but for the most part, look, I've got my house back. The only thing I gotta work on now is getting all of the clutter that just kind of built up and sorting through these boxes that just have miscellaneous stuff that came from over here. But I'm okay with it because it's kind of contained and I have the majority of my house back. But anyway, like I was saying, I am still crampy, still very bloated. This time I have been like weirdly bloated, like big, like I feel big, and I don't know what that's about. I just feel very heavy. Like I'm a skinny person. I've always been very skinny. So now that I have like whatever's going on belly wise, I'm just like, okay, either I need to like cut back on some carbs or like my body's just preparing for baby. I don't know.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? wait. Hold on, put me together, take me back where I've been.
Well, I am back, got the blood work done, and I do have a progesterone result, but the care team hasn't called me yet to like just go over what it means. But my progesterone level right now is 17.68. I don't know what it means. I don't know how to read it, how to interpret it. It really is just making sure that it's, I think, greater than 15 is what they want to see, that it can sustain a pregnancy. Last time during this time that we were checking, my progesterone level was at a 20.12. So again, I don't know what the levels mean. I don't know. I just know it is a 17.68 nanogram per milliliter. I'll wait for the call and see what it means. I don't want to try to Google anything, but I do know that whenever I did my baseline, my progesterone level was only at a 1.25, and now it's at a 17.68. From what I understand, it also just raises in the middle of your menstrual cycle too, because it is either getting ready to shed or getting ready to host baby. So either way, from my understanding, your progesterone levels will rise during this time frame, whether you're pregnant or not. It just depends on if it continues to rise if you're pregnant, and then if you're not, obviously you'll shed your lining and there goes your progesterone levels.
We just wanted above 8, and then so nothing left to do.
Okay, so this is above, like I don't need to take like suppositories or anything like that. Like we're good. If it does turn into a pregnancy, it'll be able to sustain it. Good morning. It is more like good afternoon. It is 1 o'clock. I am taking a quick minute from work to get you caught up and to share my tests with you. Life got kind of crazy there for a little bit. I had to first and foremost be a mom. If you don't know, I have a 13-year-old and he is 100% boy and hurt himself yesterday, so I didn't really get to pick up the vlog. I just needed to focus on him. So that's what we did, just focused on him and making sure he was okay. He's fine. So today has been a more calm day for sure. And I did go ahead and take a test this morning. We are officially 8 days past IUI. Hold on, this is driving me crazy. I cannot wait till we get shower doors and I don't have to deal with that, but I digress. So we are 8 days past IUI, 9 days past trigger shot. This was the test this morning. So I don't even know if you're gonna be able to see it on the camera. I really don't know if it's gonna pick it up, but there is like the faintest line right there. And so I am still seeing that trigger in my system, but we're in that like kind of flex window now between 8 and 13 days past IUI, where if the lines are gonna get darker, it's going to be now. So I wanted to go ahead and start testing on the first response, and you can definitely tell that there is a line there. Hopefully the camera will show you. Oh yeah, you can see it there. So there's definitely a line there. It is faint. It's not a dark line whatsoever, but this is kind of like my baseline because I know I'm still sensing the trigger in my system. I'm not counting this obviously as a positive pregnancy test, but if my lines get darker up to day 13, then I will know, oh, it was actually a positive. But if the lines get lighter and lighter, then I will know, unfortunately, the second IUI didn't work. Other than that, I am staying pretty bloated. I have been having cramps, but not cramps like in the center of my uterus. They've been like, they feel like ovary cramps. So like on the side over here, definitely. And I did have the big follicle on my right. So I'm not sure what that means. I did get the phone call yesterday. I apologize, I didn't continue vlogging, but I did get the call from the nurse and she said that my level was at a 17.68, which I shared with you earlier. And she said that that is a great level, that if this does turn into a pregnancy, it can definitely sustain a pregnancy and that I don't need any kind of progesterone supplements. So we're all good on that one. So now we just hope that the progesterone continues to grow and the line will continue to get darker and this IUI would have worked. But if not, we have 1 IUI left. We are doing a total of 3. That's the number that my doctor feels comfortable with because I have already taken Letrozole so many different times. Apparently Letrozole can increase your risk of certain types of cancers. And so we're just being super careful about that. Because I've already taken it in the past, it's like a total number of times that you've taken it, not like how frequently or how often you've taken it, but like a total amount. And I think I've already taken it like 4 or 5 times. So we're maxing Letrozole treatments at 3 with my doctor, just to make sure that I don't develop any kind of cancers later in life. Well, it is 10 o'clock at night. I just worked the rest of the day. Tristan's friend came over and they were just kind of like playing together. So didn't really get the chance to vlog, but I wanted to show you tonight's test. I'm so tempted to take this first response test, but I already told myself that I was only gonna do morning for first response. So trying to be good. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I just want to know, I think is what it ultimately comes down to, is I just want to know. Like, either way, I just want to know. So let me show you what they look like. I think I even told you earlier I was only going to do morning and evening tests. I still ended up doing 3 tests today, but this is this morning's test. You might not even be able to see a line there. Maybe if I get it like at the perfect angle. But there's definitely still a line there. Oh, maybe like right there. And then this afternoon's test is very, very, very faint, which is why I figured I would stop testing during the day because it gets kind of ridiculous to see it. And then the bottom test is, again, very, very, very faint. From what I have been researching a little bit, a lot of women who did the trigger shot saw it completely leave their system around day 8 to 9 and then didn't see it come back until like maybe day 10, day 11, and then for sure day 12 and 13. So that's kind of what it's projecting to look like this time. Kind of look the same. The middle one is very faint, but oh my gosh, I'm tempted to just take this first response right now. The only reason I'm thinking about doing it is because I think the evening one is a little bit darker. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. If you have to squint at it, is it really even there? I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think? The top one, you can kind of see it. Maybe you can't. I don't know. I definitely think I have line eyes developing because this one I still see a line as well, but I don't see it at all in the camera. I don't know. Maybe I'll get Manny's opinion. He's gonna be like, what line? I don't know. It's so hard to tell whenever they're wet. Like, I almost like need it to dry to see what it's actually going to be. Now that this one from the morning has dried, I feel like you can actually really see that line. Like, that's definitely a line there. But again, I think it's definitely still sensing the trigger shot. All right, I've decided I'm not going to test. I'm going to stick to my guns and only do morning testing and just leave it like that. I will do my pre-mom test in the morning and evening, but I'm not gonna do the first response twice a day. It's just gonna be once a day. They say that's the best time to take it anyway for the concentration of the LH or the HCG and the urine anyway. And I think this is a good starting point. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna test in the morning.